All right, checking out a drone video for track 3 at the Merrimack project. We're looking north on the county road. That's County Road 5600. The land is on the left. Huge pine trees. You can see that right away on the left side, on both sides, but the land is on the left side. So this property directly borders the county road along its entire east side, goes back to the west, way back to the west, and directly borders the Mark Twain National Forest along its entire west side. I believe this is a full flyover, so we're going to cruise over the entire property, kind of look into the national forest, and then come back again. I would sure think. Gorgeous tract, unbelievable recreational opportunities directly bordering that national forest. Gives you tens of thousands of acres of additional land that literally adjoin this property that you can go into and hunt and use. Oh, there's a map. So we're looking at tract 3. It's toward the top there. We're starting on the east side where it says County Road 5600. We're going to do a flyover, go to the west. The shaded area is the National Forest. You can see actually that diagonal line to the west of the properties. That is a power line that runs through the National Forest. So power is actually not far from this property, which is pretty unusual on a National Forest tract. All right, topo map. Again, looking at tract 3. Unbelievably... It lays unbelievably nicely. Extremely level on the east side. As you go back to the west, it eventually slopes down to the little creek bed. Once you get past the creek bed, it actually rises up and you've got a level area right in the center. It then kind of gradually slopes down and back up again as you go westerly toward the National Forest. So because it's not a super steep slope, it's going to be kind of hard to pick that up in the aerial in this drone video, I would think, but I think we'll be able to get a good idea of how this lays. Okay, so we're looking directly west, right at the property. Truck is parked at the property. Look at those darker trees. Those are the pine trees. This has gorgeous mature pine trees on it. We were so happy when we got out there to see those big tall pines. I mean, we love oak trees too and hickories and all that other good stuff, but there's just something about those tall, straight pine trees. Excuse me. If you've ever priced pine logs for building a cabin, they are unbelievably expensive. With all the mature pine on this property, I mean, we've priced a few log cabin type situations, and the bigger trees, to have them prepped and delivered, you're looking at hundreds and hundreds of dollars per tree. I mean, we've seen trees up around the $1,000 range, and actually they can only deliver a certain length because once you get over a certain length, they really can't be shipped properly. In this situation, you've got these extremely tall, beautiful trees right on your property. So you certainly have the option of building your own log cabin. The property would have to be paid in full to us. So while there's the owner finance loan, you're not allowed to cut or use the timber on it, which obviously makes sense. But as the months and years go by, I mean, the nice situation is not only do you have your building material on the property already, but it's getting bigger. So the longer you wait to build, the more impressive your cabin would be. Okay, we've oriented to the north. Off in the distance, you can see the neighboring pasture over there. We're basically over the west side of the property. Now we're drifting into the National Forest. You can see that power line that's in the National Forest to the west of the property. Backing up to kind of get a better overview. We're pretty much on the west line. So as you look left of center, you're looking at the National Forest. Right of center would have been the property. So now we're looking due west into the National Forest, which is just gorgeous. Huge, huge tract of National Forest. We never did count it all, but it's probably a couple 100,000 acres, I would guess. Looking back to the east over the property, county road is off there somewhere. The property's basically all wooded. I mean, you've got many different species of trees out here. We mentioned the pine and the red oak and the white oak, but you've got so many trees, I doubt we can name half of them. Okay, so now we're drifting south a little bit, but we're still looking northerly, so we are still looking over the property as we head to the east as well to get back to the county road. extremely unusual to find a property that not only has national forest frontage, which is already very hard to find, but also has county road frontage. So you can get to this property all year in basically any type of vehicle. It's a gravel road, but it's a county maintained gravel road. When we drove out there, it looked like an excellent road. You can make your site pretty much as private as you want it. I mean, you've got 200 feet of road frontage there. So on a wooded property, if you go in the middle of that, you're already extremely private. Once you get, even 100 or 200 feet off that county road, I mean, you could live like a hermit if you wanted to. Nobody would even know you're there. The pine trees are especially impressive to us because it is tough, really tough to find property with mature pines. Lumber prices, like anything, fluctuate as the years go by, and every so often pine spikes, and it seems like all the pine get cut, so it can be tough to find mature pine like this. Wow, gorgeous tract. If you have any questions on this, please give us a call or shoot us an email. We'd love to talk to you.